So I hurt my leg last week running, but it wasn't too bad. And then I went out on Friday and shot the Fort Greene episode, which was fun. Check it out if you haven't seen it. But that ended up irritating my leg a lot more. And so I've been kind of limping since then. It is getting better though. But all that said, today I decided to pick something that was relatively close to home and it wouldn't involve all that much walking. So today we're gonna go check out the newly reopened Conservatory Garden in Central Park. I know we've been there before, but it's always been under various stages of construction. Now it's all open again. I've passed through already. It's beautiful. If you're just finding this channel, I pick out places in New York you'll explore, and I take you with me. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. On any normal day when I weren't in pain, I would totally just walk where we're going. But today I'm gonna take the bus, just to cut out a little bit of the walking. So we're off to Central Park. Let's go. Quick bus trip. Camera shut off when I got off the bus though, so just believe me, I got off the bus. Museum of the City of New York, and that's where we're going over there. That's the Vanderbilt Gate that leads into the Conservatory Garden. Here we go, the Conservatory Garden. I've been standing here for a few minutes already because as soon as I got here, a nice lady came out and was screaming at everybody to shut up, even though no one was saying anything. She wandered off down the street finally though. She's still screaming shut up. So the Vanderbilt Gate was actually the gate that was in front of the Cornelius Vanderbilt II mansion down on 58th Street and 5th Avenue. That's right across the street from the plaza. When that mansion was torn down, this was eventually given by a descendant of Vanderbilt to the park, and they put it here. Welcome to Conservatory Garden. So this is the Conservatory Garden. 5th Avenue is right there. We're just about between East 104th and 106th. This makes up 6 acres of land, and this is the only formal garden in Central Park. It takes its name from a conservatory, a greenhouse that once stood here when they were originally building the park. This is where Vox and Olmsted stored the plants and let a lot of the plants grow that they were going to put in the rest of the park. At that time, Olmsted and Vox intended to turn this whole northern corner into an arboretum type area, which would have included this part where the Conservatory Garden is and the Harlem Mere. But they ran out of money, so that never happened. So like I said, there was a greenhouse here for a while, and people came and saw the plants in the greenhouse. That was torn down in 1935 by our friend Robert Moses, who had other plans for this area. He had people draw up plans for a new garden, and that was built in the 1930s by the WPA as part of the New Deal programs. By the 1970s, that garden had become a wasteland, and all the crabapple trees that are here were overgrown. They resurrected the park in the 1980s, and then again in the 2020s, it underwent another renovation project, which they just finished. So this whole garden just reopened in June 2025. And it's nice to not have any walls up anymore. So there are 3 distinct parts of this garden. There's the central garden, which is done in an Italian Renaissance style. Over there is the southern garden, which is done in an English style. And off in this direction is the northern part of the garden, which is done in a French style. So we can walk around and see all that now. We'll start in the middle. There's a fountain in this middle part. Of course, they're cleaning it today. This whole area up here has been closed since we moved here. It's my first time up here. That's cool. We're going to cross back over to the North Garden first. That's the one I haven't really seen before. It's been closed off under construction since I've been here. Hey look, bathrooms. this is the French-style North Garden, and in the middle of this garden is the Untermeyer Fountain. It's called Three Dancing Maidens. This was originally cast in 1910, and it was originally at the Untermeyer's estate Greystone in Yonkers. It was donated to the park by the Untermeyer family in 1947, and they put it here. Now we'll head back to the South Garden. There's a gate across the path up there and a park ranger keeping people out. So I wonder how much we're not going to be able to see. We'll find out. So this is the part everyone comes to see. This is the English-style South Garden. A fountain dedicated to Francis Hodgson Burnett, who wrote The Secret Garden. It's a couple of the main characters from the book. It was dedicated in 1936. This is always a really pretty garden. Every season has colors to it. And a school group just showed up, so I'm trying not to film them. Conservatory Garden. It's pretty nice. I just looked up and right over there's a white flagpole you can see. That's Fort Clinton. We went there when we checked out the new Davis Center. Check out that episode if you haven't seen it. And then the Harlem Mirror is right up in that direction. Turning and looking south, the reservoir is down there a little ways. And the East Meadow is down that way just above the reservoir, surrounded by Central Park. All right, Conservatory Garden. Nice garden, beautiful. Strangely enough, the fastest way to get home is the subway. So let's go find that. Cutting across to Lexington now, and we're at Park Avenue here. Here you can see the viaduct that brings the trains into Grand Central Station. Up above 97th, it's above ground. And then at 97th Street, it goes underground and runs under Park all the rest of the way to Grand Central. It's kind of cool. I'm back up to the east side. That's a nice little conservatory park. I'm glad they finally finished it. It's beautiful. Hopefully my leg won't hurt so much next week. One thing this has shown me is how difficult it is to live in New York when it hurts to walk. Anyway, be sure to check out the rest of the channel Up to the East Side on YouTube. Got 2 seasons of episodes to catch up on. Like and subscribe, tell all your friends, and be sure to look for new episodes every Friday. I'll see you next time.